This morning we're going to go on a journey through hate to love. One of the aspects of A Course in Miracles that distinguishes it from most other spiritualities and religious thought systems is its emphasis on looking at the ego, looking at our guilt, looking at our self-hate, which is really a synonym for guilt, and then looking how we project this guilt onto the world and hate everyone and everything. And it's the process of looking at the ego that enables us to get past it and finally remember the love that the ego thought system and the guilt and our hate were meant and were made to conceal. After about the first year of the Course of Scribing, Jesus had given Helen a personal message. Actually, there were always a lot of these that he gave to her. That was specifically meant for her, and Bill was not part of the Course. And in that, he basically told Helen and Bill that he was leading them on a journey through hate to love. The message begins by saying, you have no idea of the intensity of your desire to get rid of each other. And it goes downhill very quickly from there. He goes on to describe how much they hate each other. It's only after that he also says how much you love each other. But this love is covered over by the hate, and that if you don't appreciate the enormity of this hate, the gargantuan nature of this wish to destroy, you will never be able, Jesus tells Helen and Bill and tells all of us, you will never be able to get past it to the love. It's the looking at the ego with the love of Jesus beside us that undoes it. When one examines what the ego thought system is, which Jesus does in painstaking detail for us in A Course in Miracles, that we recognize that what keeps the ego thought system going is not the ego thought system, since the ego thought system is nothing. How can nothing be kept going? It's our belief in it, and it's our belief in trying to preserve it. And the way we preserve the ego thought system is we first make it real, then make it so horrifically real and terrifyingly real that we never want to look at it, that we then leave the mind, the wrong mind, which is the home of the ego thought system, and make up a world in which to hide. And that's what we all did collectively as one son of God, and then fragmented ourselves into billions and billions and billions of pieces. And the purpose of all of this is to maintain the illusion that the thought system of the ego is alive and well, and carefully and almost in a sacred fashion preserved in the mind. So the problem was not the ego thought system. The problem is that we chose it and then forgot that we chose it. And the whole point of A Course in Miracles is to help us get back to that choice point, what we at the foundation call decision maker, the decision-making part of the mind, so we can look at what we have chosen so we could choose again. There's a wonderful line that closes chapter 23 where Jesus says, who with the love of God upholding him would find the choice between miracles and murder hard to make. When we reach above the battleground, which is actually the title of the section that paragraph that line ends, if we are above the battleground with Jesus, which means in our decision-making mind, and we look back at our choice for murder or for the miracle that would correct it, nobody would find that choice hard to make. It would be a foregone conclusion that with Jesus' love beside us, we would choose his love instead of the ego's hate. But we don't know there's a choice point. We don't know that we've chosen hate. We're just aware that we hate. And so the idea, what enables us to go through hate to love, is to look at it. And that was the message that Jesus was giving Helen and Bill 1 year into the Course scribing, and certainly is the overriding message of the Course. It's the message that he gives us on every page. We need to look at the ego with him, not be afraid of it. He tells us, call it not sin but madness, invest it not with guilt, and above all, be not afraid of it. Now, that's the passage where he's talking about the original error, but then the following paragraph actually makes it clear he's really talking about each of the fragmentary shadows of that original error. All the ways that we go through our daily life hating, judging, criticizing, finding fault. We're taught that a mild twinge of annoyance is a masked run over intense fury. So all the little ways that we express our separation from each other and from God. And what all these little ways represent is the overriding thought of self-hate, the guilt over what we believe we have done, that we have destroyed heaven, attacked and murdered God, and crucified his son. So it's this self-hate born of that belief in the reality of sin, of separation, that we then project out and hate. And so in the Course, we're always playing catch-up, as it were. We begin where we think we are, which is in the world of bodies and relationships, and then following Jesus' guidance, we go back, seeing the world as an outside picture of an inward condition. We return to the inward condition, which was the mind's choosing. And it's to being able to look at my hate for what it is, a projection of my self-hate, that enables me to get back to my decision-making mind, look at that self-hate or that guilt, and choose again. Again, that's how we make and complete that journey through hate to love. That is our true reality.